These next interviews are all from brothers and sisters that I've met by volunteering in this after-school youth ministry that meets about every Tuesday and Thursday. I value the relationships I've made more than I ever thought I would. Knowing what it has become and only hearing how it started is so inspiring and encouraging. Just proves what God will do when you accept Him as your Father and choose to trust and listen. This first guy used to attend KLF as a student, and now he's a volunteer. He is a great dancer and plays college basketball. All right, so what's your name?
David Jones.
David Jones. How old are you?
20.
20. So what would you say is the most valuable lesson you've learned so far?
Valuable lesson. Okay. To be patient and to rejoice, and even in the hard times. In the Bible somewhere it says that not only rejoice in the goodness of my favorites, but rejoice when things go bad. So yeah, learn to rejoice in my pain. Whenever everything is just not going good for me, just trust God and rejoice in Him, and hopefully better.
What helps you be patient?
Trusting God's timing and understanding that everything has a purpose. So whether I get to a place or not, it's a purpose between both ends. So just trusting God helps me with my patience.
Hallelujah.
For sure.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Next girl has been going to K-Life as a student for about 4 years. She sings with a voice from the heavens and recently got recognized with the Student City Light Award through K-Life, which essentially means she is shining in ways that can't go unnoticed.
What's your name? Heaven.
Heaven, how old are you?
17.
So if you're 17, what would you say is the most valuable lesson that you've learned at this moment in your life?
The higher you go, the less people you have on your side. Because God is taking me high, and it's a lot of people that's leaving my life right now.
Why do you think that is?
Because people are distracting, and some people don't get where you're going, and they're not wise enough to stand by you the places that you're going.
Thank you. That's it.
Yeah.
This lady has been a volunteer for a little over a year. She is a great Bible study buddy, an experienced carpenter, and a good friend to have. She's very generous. What's your name?
Victoria.
How old are you?
19.
So, 19. That means you've been alive for 19 years, right?
Yes.
So out of those
Almost
19
20.
years, what's the most valuable lesson you've learned?
Most valuable lesson I've learned is that probably that God is always faithful to His word, to His promises, to everything. And so that makes sure that whenever I'm stressed about anything, I know that God's got me. Whenever I doubt anything, God's got me. And so through everything, God will always be faithful. So I don't have to rely on anyone, even if I want to, I can. But I know that God will be with me through everything, because that was His promise.
Hallelujah, gang, gang. This next girl is a junior in high school, has been attending K-Life for 3 years. I don't know her that well, but she is a beautiful singer and seems to have a great attitude and is very helpful. Okay, miss, what's your name?
Kaya.
Kaya, how old are you?
16.
So 16. At your 16 years of life, what's the most valuable lesson you've learned at this point?
The most valuable lesson that I have learned at this point is to not hold grudges, never take anything for granted, and to learn how to let go, regardless if the other person see their wrongs.
How do you, what do you think is the easiest way to do what you just said?
To me, I feel the easiest way to do what I've said is to first accept the problem, acknowledge the problem, be at peace with the problem, and just forgive the person.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This next man is the founder of K-Life. He's been telling us the origin story. K-Life has been around for over 10 years and started with him just visiting schools and helping out through sports teams. He would let the students into his own home to do Bible studies with. Through a lot of patience and struggle, it evolved into what it is today, a youth ministry with a great spot to eat together, grow together, and learn together, bringing hope one relationship at a time.
No matter what will come into your life. you keep yourself drawn to the hip and the feet of Jesus. Because no matter what you're in, and no matter how bleak it may look, or how much despair is in the middle of it, he will never leave you nor forsake you.
How old are you?
52. I have been through trauma. Two times in my life, vicious, gut-wrenching, death-type trauma. Pain that is as severe as a human's pain can be. I'll give you the story one day. Facts. Dead serious. One of the traumas that I've been through has been characterized as the second highest level of human trauma on the planet. Number one is the sudden loss of a child. They say is the most significant trauma that a human usually goes through. The sudden loss of their child, somehow. Whether it's a baby, whether it's whatever age, when that happens, it's so traumatic. So what I'm saying is, what I have learned, the most valuable lesson I've learned is that in the depths of my worst despair, all I had was in the quiet secrecy of my life to hang on to the Lord. And he didn't leave me. When there was no feelings that were positive, none. When I didn't feel his presence at all. When I didn't sense anything from him. When I felt nothing but despair. My emotions were nothing but despair. There was nothing good. No matter what I read, no matter how much I studied or how much I prayed, I felt nothing of the Lord. Felt. I felt only pain. But I believed in the character of God. And I believed in his word. And when I clung to that, he walked with me. He got me through it. And then he gave me life again. And what he taught me was, if you'll trust me, I'll grow you in ways you've never grown. And I use tragedy to grow you. I use pain to grow you. I use calamity to grow you. I use difficulty to grow you. But I'll grow you. That's the most valuable lesson I've learned.
Hallelujah, gang, gang.
And I'll tell you this, and I'm still just coming out of one of those. So, I ain't out the backside of it yet. But I'm working my way closer to the Lord through it. And he's who he says he is.
Looking up throughout my days and nights always reminds me that I'm not alone. I know I'm not the only one looking up and smiling in awe at the creation that we have before us. It's beautiful. With asking these questions and doing these interviews, I'm seeking truth and striving to learn. I know we all are individuals, but we are a part of the collective. You choose which side of the collective, though, like in Luke 16. Remember, in the end, there are no buts or excuses. On you sits the responsibility. We all are capable of learning and growing, and I appreciate you all. Hallelujah, gang, gang. As always, keep listening and keep looking up. Don't forget how blessed you are.